No, don't. Why? Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's all I have.
The reason why women do this is because, generally speaking, when it comes to dating, women have a toxic mindset. That in a relationship the woman always knows best, along with backing rhetoric like happy wife, happy life. And so it is with this mindset women will dictate how the relationship should be run, negating any consideration for the man or his input. And should she even ask for his input, and this irks me the most, is that if his answers do not align with what she believes is the right or correct way of doing things, be it from cleaning to paying bills or even enjoying leisure time, he is wrong. So then, as with this clip, simply because she can't understand, or rather won't understand why he can be so simply put at ease by playing games, it must be wrong or a waste of time, solely because she can't grasp its concept. And with the phrase, "it's all I have," we can surmise he either doesn't get much downtime or she monopolizes it. Or the likely scenario is he has little free time, and what time he does get she controls or fills with her interests and hobbies.
The thing I've ever done? I don't know, cheat on my boyfriend and not have him find out.
You know, this is a television camera,
Yeah, it's an old boyfriend.
but he's finding out right now.
No, it's an old boyfriend, not the one I'm with now.
So, but the boyfriend is finding out on television right now.
Oh
that
yeah,
you
that's
cheated on
fine.
him?
Sorry, Ben.
Why'd you cheat on him?
I don't know. The guy was a famous athlete.
Which famous athlete?
I can't say his name.
Give us his initials.
TJ.
What sport does he play?
Hockey.
What team does he play for?
Florida. Tampa Bay.
Okay, so he plays for Tampa Bay. His initials are T and J. Tyler Johnson?
Okay, I have to go.
Divorces in the West, Canada, United States, etc., are initiated by women, and over 50% of marriages end in divorce. So I think there's a problem here. These modern day relationships clearly don't work, and I think a lot of it is because the gender roles have become ambiguous. Women have become more masculine, men have become more feminine, and it just doesn't work. You know, we're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and it just doesn't work. The world has always existed where the man is in a leadership position and the woman is in a submissive position, and he runs the household, he works, she stays at home. Now, is that to say women shouldn't work? No, I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is that since gender roles are ambiguous now and men are no longer in leadership positions, women find them weak and they divorce. Because a lot of guys are taught to be, get with your feelings, get more emotional, open up to me, all this other that I tell guys not to ever do. Because as the man, you're the stable rock in the relationship. She needs to be able to come and cry to you. You don't cry to her. You don't tell her your problem.
You ever ask a man how he's doing and he says, "I'm alright." I'm here to tell you, that man is not alright. That man is battling demons that you cannot even possibly imagine. That man is struggling every single day to find a reason to keep going. And the reason we say we're alright is because as a man, nobody really fucking cares what you're going through. So why even bother to say it? But you know what? I feel you, brother. Because I'm alright too.
Now, here's another thing. You want to know why you lose to girls that make significantly less money than you, and etc., to the high-value guys? I'll tell you why right now. Not only do men not like masculine women, but you make a certain amount of money. Which means when you make a certain amount of money, you're incapable of looking at men that make less money than you. Women have to date up. So therefore, as your socioeconomic status goes up, so does your dating options, or excuse me, your dating requirements.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though. Men don't have those requirements. We can easily date down if we need to because men don't look for security and provisioning like you do. You do. So therefore, you're only limited to your suitable options that make a certain amount of money, typically higher than you, sometimes equal, but let's keep it real. Most women want a guy that makes about 25% more money than they do. So you're fighting for a very small portion of men that have no problem dating down against your competition. That's why you lose girls. That's why you lose guys to these bimbos that you talk about.
All the girls that are doing this type of stuff and playing hard to get, they're the same women that bitch and moan about not being able to find a man and how there's no good men out there. They're in your DMs, sweetheart, so maybe open your eyes a little bit and you'll be able to find them.
What made you go to the gym?
I'm just saying it's worldly.
Well, you see, Kevin, I come from inner poverty and I wasn't raised with much, but after my international travels, I see what I deserve in my life.
Deserve, do you? Deserve.
Yes.
Tell me why you deserve what somebody else has.
I never said that.
But what do you mean? Tell me what you deserve.
I deserve money because I'm intelligent.
So, every intelligent person, are you a member of Mensa?
What's Mensa?
The Society for Genius Level Intellects.
Oh, well, I've never heard of this.
Or better yet, go to her TikTok feed and see who she's following. Shit up.
Bad news, guys. Tinder's probably making your life harder, and here's why. Women don't typically date younger guys and have access to more older guys thanks to dating apps. In the first hour, girls can get 200 matches compared to less than 5 for guys. And girls don't really message you very fast, do they? 52% don't even have anything in their bio, so what do you do to get girls to like you?
You see, women have no problem verbally communicating their standards when it comes to men. I want a guy who's tall. No problem. I want a guy who earns 6 figures. No problem. I want a guy who's very attractive. No problem. I want a guy who's college educated. No problem. I want a guy who's ambitious. No problem. I want a guy who's driven. No problem. I want a guy who's proactive. No problem. I want a guy who's masculine. No problem. I want a guy who's confident. No problem. I want a guy who's assertive. No problem. Women have no problem verbally expressing their feelings, their desires, and their standards for men. There's a lot of women who get messages from men on Instagram. They get messages from men on dating apps. They get approached by men in real life. But what ends up happening is when they get approached, when they get these messages, they don't want these guys. You know why? Because these men don't.
When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. You know, I'm sorry.
But
say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the. Okay, he's supposed to pay.
Yeah. That's what I told him.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever what?
Where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. I wonder what paradigm that sets up. Here's my view. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right.
Where you going?
Because you were sleeping, I didn't want to wake you up.
You didn't want to wake me up, huh? But I flew you out with me. Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
Don't feel like that. I was just going to go see my friend.
That don't make no sense. It's 12:30 in the middle of the night.
Girl, I haven't seen in like years.
So when I go to sleep, you get up and you get dolled up. You weren't even looking like this earlier today, and now you ready to go and kick it with your friends. That don't make no sense to me. And I flew you out here.
Most modern women want the finished product. They will gladly meet you or whoever else shows up at the finish line. They will be there waiting. Most modern women don't have long-term vision or the patience in a social media era where they're getting hit up 50, 60, 70, 100 plus times a day by men who they perceive, in many cases, to be doing just as good, if not better than you. All right? They don't want a man that's in progress. Most of them don't. I'm not going to say all of them, but for the vast majority, yes, that is the case. So you have to understand, your purpose must be your primary focus, your vision, your game plan to get in position where you can provide for yourself. This is why women must be a byproduct of your success. Because when you make them your world, and especially when you start opening up to them about your pain, your frustration, your setbacks, they don't give a damn. They don't love you. They love a lifestyle that they want to determine whether or not you can or can't provide. Understand that. It's only one woman at most on the face of this earth, at most, who will truly love you for you when you don't have a damn thing. And that, at most, is your mother. That's it.
Control. Women are the most highly manipulative creatures on this earth. The fact that you guys walk around thinking you've oppressed us, as all we've done is legit chess pieces with you simpletons.
Dang,
I mean, we
crazy.
love you.
She's right.
But
it's
on.
the God is a man
It's
thing
true.
that drives me nuts. God's
That's part
not a
of
man.
their trick, Ian. Wake up.
That's all we do.
Think, Ian. Think.
Letting me think God is a man.
Majority of college students are female right now, and they're saying they're the ones who are oppressed.
Facts.
They're
crazy.
the ones who have the college degrees and are starting to make more money. If you look at the gender wage gap, it's not even real, and yet men are just like, okay, and they're trying to pass laws that keep empowering women.
Yeah, it goes back. It goes deeper than American.
Every king had a really, really smart, manipulative wife.
Or like 6 of them.
Yeah.
You honestly don't even have to stop there. Women get in the club for free. Women get drinks for free. Women get free date. Women receive 63% less time when sentenced for the same crime. About 70% of the time is women filing for divorce, and 90% of the time they get custody of the children. While women are making just as much as men, 97% of all of the alimony that's paid out is paid to women. Men have to do all of the dangerous jobs to keep society running and have to do most of the protecting when it comes to protecting the country. 92% of all workplace deaths are men. 95% of all military deaths are men. All of these statistics can be true at one time, and there are still people that believe that all of society has been created only to benefit men. That's insane. And they're gaining power through drawing empathy from people. It's crazy. This is honestly, this is some freak shit.
There was a lady that hit me up on TikTok, and when she hit me up, she said, "Why are you bashing women?" I'm not bashing women. I'm calling out the reality of what men deal with. A lot of men deal with this silent issues within themselves that's not addressed. And because a lot of women, I'm not against women or defending women. I'm just saying, me speaking up about the men, this is what a lot of men deal with, and it's ignored in our society. So society say he's supposed to take that. He's supposed to endure that. He's supposed to. So in the mindset, I'm supposed to, but I don't have nobody or nothing that's showing.
It's very true.
I'm very frustrated when it comes to that.
I get it.
I get very frustrated. Why do you think a lot more men have side pieces? You know why?
Why?
Because she listens. She's not using sex as a weapon. Because she hasn't portrayed herself as my enemy. But I'm really waiting on my main woman and my wife to be all of that.
There's a football player, Brian Banks. He spent 5 years in jail. The woman who accused him of lied about it. She got $2 million in some sort of settlement or something, blah, or whatever. Then she was found out to be lying. Video evidence proof, her confessing that she made the entire thing up. Has she served 1 day in jail? Nope. So when they lock your son up, take his rights, ruin his life, not his, because once that's out there, it's there forever. It never goes away. No. And
I
then
raised my son right. I don't think my son would ever be in that situation. I'm just saying.
I want you guys to understand what she just said. I raised my son right. I don't think he'd ever be involved in that situation. You mean involved with a vindictive, lying woman?
Yeah.
Do you live in the United States of America?
Yes, I do.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to leave the house because she's not cooking? I work a job and she's a stay-at-home wife. She does all the chores and cooks amazing food, so I'm fine with it. I make enough and have inheritance for the both of us anyways. Now Friday, I came home to my dirty clothes on the couch and no food for me. I was surprised at this. I asked her what was all this, and she said she was sick of babying me. I asked her what she meant, and she said that she talked to her friend who talked sense into her. She told my girlfriend that she was raising
Told you, women keep women single.
a man-child, and that she was becoming a replacement of my mother to me since she does everything. I was shocked that she believed all of this crap, and we had a huge fight, and the next morning nothing changed. We kept fighting, and on Saturday evening, I had enough of this. I told her that she would have 10 days to leave the apartment and find herself a place. I told her I wouldn't be her father anymore by paying for everything, and she would have to make arrangements if she was going to continue behaving that way. We fought and she left to her friend's place. Am I the asshole for this?
No, not at all. You're setting your boundaries and you're setting your rules. And the thing is, women keep women single, and her friend just kept her single right there. All right. This is just crazy. In the chat's agreed.
The reason men don't approach
working on the
women.
business?
Part 2.
You working on the business, or you trying to get in my business?
I mean, I'm working on the business. I mean, we actually make good money. Like, I get the bills paid. I have spending, but like, it's, you know, don't let the title like fool you. Know, like, you know, we make some good money here. You know.
So what you drive?
I drive a vehicle. What you mean what I drive?
A vehicle? What kind of vehicle?
I drive a Monte Carlo. I got a 2013 Monte Carlo. SS.
What year we in?
It's a 2013. I said.
What year we in now?
2021. What that?
2021.
I mean, it's a car. They give me from A to B. Is a whip.
Right. So where you stay?
I stay in the east. I got a house in the east. I got a 2-bedroom in the east.
A 2-bedroom.
Yeah, 2-bedroom. What you want me to have? A mansion or something?
No, I'm just wondering what the rest of it. What is the rest of the house?
Narcissism and narcissism.
Do you think there's more of that in women, or do you think there's more of
I'm
that
gonna
in
tell you
men?
straight up, 100%, because it's a podcast and you guys literally want me to be real. Women are literally naturally, in today's time, Western are narcissistic as fuck. Like straight up to the definition of it. Like the definition of it. Like, I mean, just don't believe me. Just tell them they did something wrong. Watch their whole world spin. Me?